Hello guys, this is Modest Major here, bringing you some commentary over some Capture the Flag gameplay. The score in the background is a 21-1. Not an amazing score, but it's only a little short gameplay. I didn't really have much to talk about today. I didn't want to bore you guys with a long video, because there definitely isn't much to talk about regarding Halo 4, but I have two things that I want to discuss quickly. Before I go into that, the people in this game are basically subscribers and friends that I've met through Battle Royale. One of the best things about Battle Royale is that you get a lot of these people who go to these Battle Royales on your friends list. You get to play with them more regularly, and you're introduced to people you might not necessarily meet privy to that. And that's what's definitely happened. I've met some really cool people. And it's just a genuinely awesome, especially if you're like a smaller YouTuber and you want to gain interest in your channel. It's a really good way to network with other YouTubers. And just get on people's good side and stuff like that. And I think it's really cool and refreshing. I wanted it for a very long time. But I had a topic that I wanted to discuss. I wanted to talk about the whole idea of this Halo announcement thing, where it's like they said that there's going to be a first-party Microsoft title, which will be a free-to-play game on Xbox One. And basically people are perceiving this to be a Halo rumor because, you know, they don't necessarily see what other game it could be, because obviously third-party titles such as Destiny and Titanfall are ruled out because they're third-party, they're not first-party. So people are thinking, well, what big multiplayer game is there that's Microsoft exclusive that they would consider doing an exclusive for? A free-to-play game to be specific. And yes, Halo seems like a fairly convincing rumor, but at the same time, I definitely wouldn't encourage people to get too excited about it. I know I got excited about the idea of Halo 2 Anniversary earlier in the year, and that didn't end up very well. And I also don't want to get my subscribers, you know, hyped up. I think it's just, at this point, it's very much a rumor, and I think because people are clamoring so much for the next Halo fix they can physically get, they're willing to stretch rumors if they can. And I understand that mentality. Obviously, I want to get excited, and I'm secretly crossing my fingers as hard as I physically can. But at the same time, I've got to, you know, be realistic. If you're realistic or negative about it, the only thing that you can get is, you know, the only thing that can happen is you can be pleasantly surprised. But if you're, like, hyping it up and you're thinking, yeah, it's definitely going to be a Halo game, then you can only be disappointed, really, when it comes down to it. You know, there's still a chance that it could be like a Gears of War-based game, a Fable-based game, a Star Wars-based game. There's a lot of things it could be, and I'm definitely not going to put my eggs in the basket of it 100% being a Halo game. However, if it did happen, it would be very awesome, because this community needs something to keep us thriving, and a Halo free-to-play game would be, like, insanely successful. There's no doubt in my mind. You know, all you need to say to people is free-to-play Halo game, and, you know, 80% of Xbox users would be on that game from launch. So I understand how it could be possible. The other thing I wanted to talk about today is that the free-for-all Battle Royale is commencing tonight, and I will be uploading gameplay from it, depending on how well I do. That will count on how much I upload, but I'm really excited for this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of strong players turning up, such as Z-Sev, Rapscallion, Schmeckledorf, Severed Void. I don't really see my chances being particularly high. There's also Impossibrew, Nathan Elias. A lot of these players play free-for-all exclusively. Crossman and Happy Bob Lives. Like, they keep popping in my head, and I'm like, oh god. Like, I'm going to have to play my best tonight. I'm going to be practicing a lot of Rumble Pit. But if I'm 100% honest with you guys, Rumble Pit and free-for-all is definitely my worst playlist. Like, I'm not very good at it. I think there's a lot of stealing kills involved and a lot of timing of encounters, and I'm not very good at that. I'm someone who likes to push first, and someone who gets, like, obsessed with people and want to kill them, you know what I mean? Like, I get grudge matches, and that's something you can't have in free-for-all. You can't hold a grudge. You can't, you know, want to beat the better player, because that will get you in trouble. A lot of the time, it's prioritizing weaker targets and not getting involved head-on in combat. And I think my playstyle lends itself better to team play, because in team play, you need someone who's going to push burst and who's going to be aggressive, and he's going to make the, like, primary push. So I like to do that in team games, but when it comes to free-for-all, I'm usually, like, I just get too distracted, too heavily involved in one combat. But I'm obviously going to be trying my best. And if I lose, it's only as a result of me being bad. I'm not going to try and make any excuses. I wouldn't be surprised if I lost pretty badly. But I'm going to be trying my best. I know, like, if I had to place my bets, I'd guess Severed Void, potentially Schmeckledorf, depending on how rusty he is. and maybe Nathan Elias. But anyway, I've been Modest Major. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Thank you for watching. Peace out.